Hey guys, how's it going? Clock's back again for another episode of my FC26 Jose's Redemption Glory Hunter career mode. As always guys, if you have missed anything from this save so far, there is a link to the series playlist in the description down below, so head back and check it all out now because we are heading into season, well, we're in season 2 already and we are in full swing. We've just reached deadline day, and of course in the last episode we did go and sign Mohamed Salah, who got injured straight away, but we did start off our campaign as well with 2 wins and a draw. Now you join me here on deadline day with 1 hour remaining, and that's because we did leave the last episode on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Of course, Real Madrid paid the release clause on Barrios and took him away from us. I decided not to extend his contract, even though he did come and say he was open to it. I just thought, you know what, he was a solid player, he was okay, but I did feel like I could maybe bring someone better in, someone who would be my signing as well. Obviously Barrios, of course, was already at Atletico when we joined, so we sort of let him go, which, you know, he is an academy player from Atletico, so maybe it was a bit of a unrealistic move, but it's done now anyway. It's happened, so we have to go and replace him, and we've got 1 hour to do so. So it is vital that we get the price, the correct player, and just everything right now, because if it doesn't go right, then we will go into this season a midfielder short, which is not what we want. So let's go and have a look at who I am thinking of bringing in. Okay then guys, as you can see here, we have added a whole host of CDMs to the list, because that is the position that we do want to sign in. We are okay in all other central midfield positions. I'm happy with Cobb Miners and Gallagher, and we did play the final game of the last episode with them both playing as a box-to-box, and it really brought out Cobb Miners, and we weren't really too frail defensively either, but I think we need to be a bit more solid, and bringing in someone who is going to be that holding, ball-winning, defensive midfielder is exactly the kind of player that I think will even make us even better and hopefully push towards a successful season. So there are a few options like I just mentioned. We've got Baleba here, we've got Kamara, Elliot Anderson, great player in real life, having a hell of a season, and he does look really good in game. However, I don't think now is the right time to sign Elliot Anderson. I think in a few more seasons maybe we will see him involved in one of my teams in this save probably, but at the minute I'm going to hold off him for now. Moises Caicedo would be an unreal signing. He fits the bill perfectly, just not very realistic. I don't think Chelsea would be willing to let him leave at this stage of the window, so we're not going to go and sign Caicedo. Tonali, another one that I would very much like to sign, but again, don't think Newcastle would let him leave right now. The other one was Zubamendi. Now Zubamendi would sort of be realistic because obviously his Spanish roots. He obviously used to play in La Liga for Sociedad, but for now I don't think I want to sign him, because the player that I think I want to sign, it was between Baleba, another player that I definitely will sign at some point in this save, was between him and Humand, and I think the player that I kind of think is the most realistic and the player that I kind of want to sign is definitely this guy. Morten Humand is one hell of a player. His stats are crazy. He is very good mentally, physically he is decent. Like I say decent, he's more than decent, he's good. Technically not amazing, but this kind of player isn't what we are looking for technically anyway. Like his passing is good though, so that's the main thing. Then obviously defensively, not the best on this list. Of course Caicedo, Tonali are better defensively, but I think between him and Baleba defensively, they are fairly similar, to be fair, and I would probably say Humand is actually a bit better defensively, so that's kind of the reason that's sort of tipped me to go for him. So that is what we're going to go and do now. The asking price is actually between 54.1 and 67.6. It is a big asking price. We've got the money, because obviously we just got 9 million or so from the deal for Barrios to go to Real Madrid, so we've definitely got the money to go and sign him. I think because I could probably get him for cheap, but what I'm going to sort of do, because it's the last hour, I'd expect Sporting to have a premium on him, so we're going to go and sort of offer probably that 54.1, which they might even straight up accept, or they might even ask for more. They might even realistically look for more because of the last hour of the deadline day. So we're going to see what we can do. We're going to go straight in for him now. Like I said, we'll go in with the offer of 51.4, was it? I think that's what it was. I could be wrong, but we'll go in for that. They want Simeone, but they're not getting Simeone. Because we're not going to offer them a player, I'll go up to 53 million and see if they're happy to accept that. They want a sell-on clause on him. I'm not going to add that, and I'll give him a little bit more, and I'll go with 57.5, which they should be happy to accept. They are, so we are going to bring in Heelmand, and it looks like that. We're going to get him just in the nick of time with that 1 hour to go, so let's get him in. He wants important. He's going to have crucial, to be honest. He is going to be the starting CDM for me. He's happy with a 4-year contract, so we'll give him that 130. Which he is happy with. Now he's not going to tell me how much he wants exactly. So he's on 30k at Sporting, but if I offered that, he would walk straight out. As of 85 overall, he is definitely going to want more than that. So I'm going to offer him 75,000. We've got to be careful here, because if he walks away, it is done, because we haven't got any time. So we might need to be a bit more, because I've got the money. I'm hoping 85 is enough, at least enough for him not to just walk straight out. With 100,000 signing on, that we might have overpaid him, but I don't care, because like I said, we only had an hour, so we had to act quickly, and we've got him in, thank God for that. So just in the nick of time, Heelmand is into the lineup, and he's coming straight into there. He's going to be that CDM role, and he is going to be a strong signing. I very much think that we are looking good for this season. Now the midfield especially, I'm very much looking forward to having him, Miners and Gallagher in that midfield. I think it's going to be a very strong midfield. So let's show you next then what's coming up in today's episode. We've got Deadline Day out the way now. Actually, what we'll do quickly is just advance through Deadline Day, show you quickly a bit of a transfer roundup, just some of the bigger deals. I'm not going to take too much time on it, because we have a few games to get through today, including Sano Champions League campaign off, so let's go and do that in a minute. But first, let's look at these transfers. We're going to guys hear some of the biggest deals of this transfer window. Then we start off with a big 110.2 million move for Rafinha from Barca to Liverpool. Big move there. Another big move quite close to that is 97.2 is Declan Rice leaving Arsenal. He's gone to PSG, and then Arsenal have actually replaced him with Ryan Gravenberch for 94.2 from Liverpool. So there's a bit of a transfer merry-go-round here. And then actually Barcelona, which I did not realise this, have actually signed Gabriel. So Gabriel is going to be in the defensive line for Barcelona this season. They have improved on what was already a good defence with a very good player there. So that is going to be a challenge for us. But what is sort of good as well is Balde has actually left Barcelona and he's gone to Juventus, our former club. There's the Barrios move then, from obviously leaving us to go to Real Madrid. Bit of a controversial one, but it's happened now and we have replaced him, which I'm happy with. Nkape's gone. Of course, we signed Nkape from Leverkusen. Juve have sold Vlahovic to Aston Villa, which is a bit of a strange one considering Aston Villa signed Soloff from us as well. So they definitely got a few strikers now, because I believe Ollie Watkins is still there, unless he has had a move as well that we might see in a minute. Obviously, us signing Heelmand, another good signing for us there. Araujo going to Bournemouth from Barcelona. So they've replaced Barcelona have replaced Araujo with Gabriel, because he has gone to Bournemouth, which is an interesting move. Lookman's gone to Barcelona. Boniface has gone to Crystal Palace. Costa has left Porto and gone to Inter. There we go, Soloth. There's the confirmation of him going to Aston Villa. Semenyo's left Bournemouth and gone to Fiorentina, so he's gone to the Serie A. Van de Ven's gone to Galatasaray, is an interesting move there. Definitely still in the prime of his career, maybe not even reached his prime yet. So going to Galatasaray, a bit of a strange one, but you know, it is what it is. Kai Havertz then, after leaving Arsenal to go Juventus, which never really happened because of last season, because of course we had to sort of go back in time, like I mentioned a few times in the save, just so we could save the save. But in the end, he has actually left Arsenal and he's actually gone back to his homeland of Germany for Bayern Munich. Then Simikan has left to go to Marseille. We signed Salah, of course. Ndai's gone to Forest. Hendrick's also gone to Aston Villa. So Aston Villa now are just signing loads of strikers, which is a bit unrealistic. So they've got a lot of strikers now, which is, like I said, is very interesting. Pedro Porro has left Spurs to Bayern. James has gone to Leipzig. Watkins has left Aston Villa, then he has actually gone to Dortmund, but I still don't think that they need Soloff, Vlahovic and Hendrick. That is probably too many strikers that all would be fighting to start, and not all of them can start, so that's an interesting one. Bowen's gone to Frankfurt, that's an interesting one there. And here's some of the rest of them. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all of them. Cambiasso leaving Juve, though, is of interest to us. Of course, we had him when we were there, but like I said, here's the rest of them then. Like I said, I'm not going to go through them individually, but like I'll go down to about 10 million. I'll go down a bit quicker now, so you guys, if you are interested in any of these signings, you can have a pause and have a look. Although Rashford leaving Manchester United to go to Mallorca is a very interesting one. So Rashford is back in La Liga, but this time at Mallorca, which you imagine he's definitely in that starting lineup, so we probably will come up against him at some point this season. But like I said, yeah, here's the rest, and then we'll go down a bit quicker now, because we need to get into this episode and we need to get into some games, because we've got 4 of them coming up today, so we don't want to dilly-dally too much. But there we go. Like I said, if you are interested, feel free to pause, and if you do want to see more that I can show you, head over to Twitch, and I might, if anybody does want to see it, you can leave it in the comment section, and if I've got some time, I'll go through them a bit more in depth with you guys. But let's have a look then at what is coming up in today's episode then. So the Champions League starts today. We start off with a played game though against Villarreal in the league. We then have that big Champions League game against Liverpool, which I'm hoping Mo Salah will be back for, so he'll play against his former side. We then will play Celta Vigo, and then I think what we'll do then to end the episode is sim the game against Leganés. And what's interesting is in the next episode we do have Juventus coming up in the Champions League as well, so that's going to be very interesting, considering that is our former side and we did absolutely awful with them in Champions League last season, so we're hoping for a bit of a better performance with Atletico this season. But anyway, let's jump into this first game then. But before we do, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from the series and my channel. Let's go take on the Yellow Submarine. First game of the episode then. Here is the Villarreal team. Luis Junior in goal, Andrew Ratiu as the right back, Viga and Foyth as the 2 centre backs, with Carlos Romero on the left. Nicolas Pepe plays on the right hand side of midfield, with Gay and Thomas Partey as a very strong central midfield pairing, and then Molero on the left for them. Then they got Moreno and then Mikitadze as the 2 strikers. So a very good Villarreal team. They are not going to be easy to beat. They're a very strong team, so hopefully we've got what it takes to get 3 points to start off the episode, and our lineup is very strong. We look on paper a lot stronger than them, so we should be winning it, but like I said, that doesn't mean anything. They are a good side. We've got 2 debuts in this lineup, with Mohamed Salah now back from injury, so he gets the nod on the right hand side, and hopefully he is going to show his qualities for us. And then we also have our new CDM, Morten Hjulmand, playing in that CDM role. I'm very much looking forward to this midfield 3, because I think it's going to be a very, very good midfield for us. I think our team is looking very strong, and we should definitely be challenging for that title. We should have been anyway, but we should be in a much better position to go and fight for that title now, because like I said, this team is looking very good. So hopefully it plays well on the pitch as well. Starting here with another big 3 points, please. Moreno. Oh, it's a really nice pass. And it's a huge save from Oblak. And lucky enough, the flag does go up anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. He is miles offside, to be fair. I had my suspicions, but I thought that... Oh, do you know, actually, he is not as offside as I thought he was. It's literally just the tip of his knee. So we get away with that in the first 10 minutes. Oh, nice bit of play from Bina. I think Alvarez has stayed on. He's got it. He's going to go all the way on his own, and it's a good save from the goalkeeper. The angle was actually closed. The defender did well to close the angle. But that was our first chance of the game, and it's a bit of a big one. We probably should have done a bit better with it, but like I said, the defender did well. But the chance is still there. Jaime Molero off to Llorente. Strike blocked, and Villarreal get it away. First corner of the game then, just before half-time. We've actually gone beyond the 45th minute header, but easy for Oblak, and there goes the half-time whistle. 0-0 at half-time then. Not been a overly great game, to be fair. They've had 1 or 2 chances with Molero, definitely down on that side. Obviously, he's only had the 1 strike, though, because he was offside for the other 2. But going forward, we've not been great, so we need to be a bit better in the second half. We definitely got the players to do it. But so far this season, I would say we have been a lot better in the second half than the first. So hopefully that can continue here. Plays inside to Gay. Ball back to Pepe, who is onside. He's turned it back. Ball across. Big block. It's going to fall from Molero, and he probably could have done a bit better than that. It's him again. It was Molero who is again being that danger man for Villarreal at the moment. And I think he had a bit more of the goal to aim for. We're not going to see a replay, but I think he could have done a lot better there. But it is still 0-0, thankfully for us. But again, we're approaching the hour mark, and we are not doing much going the other way. Molera. Oh, what a ball that is. Jerry Moreno, 1-0. Villarreal take the lead, and they deserve it, to be fair. We've been awful in this game. It was Malero. It wasn't him who scored, but he created the goal. Moreno was the one to score it. But like I said, we've been saying all game that Malero was going to cause us problems, and he has been, and eventually it was going to... Our luck was going to run out, let's say that, and it did this time. We're not going to see the replay because, again, the game is showing a terrible replay, but we'll see it here. Moreno puts it past our black, and it is 1-0. So we've got to come from behind, which we have done a lot this season, but I think this is the latest we've gone 1-0 down in the game, so we haven't got as much time as we usually do. Oh my Christ, what have we done here? Oh my God, we've got away with it. The ball goes over the bar. Maybe should have been 2. It was a poor pass from Oblak. I should have just booted it away, and it put us under pressure. But it's 15 minutes to go. Still, it's Villarreal pushing. We are not creating anything in this game at the minute. Colomwani, Gallagher, Mo Salah. Salah, gonna go all the way. Oh, and he's put it wide. There was a big chance for Mo Salah on his debut to get his first goal for the club, and he should have done better. You expect him to do better. He did get a bit of a push, but I still expect him to put it onto the back of the net and get us back into it. And missing chances like that is exactly what we can't be doing in games like this, in tight games like this. So 10 minutes to go, still 1-0 Villarreal. 2 minutes to get an equaliser in this game. We'll boot it up very quickly. Cobminer's got the ball. Can we get a ball out to Bainer? It's a good pass. Alex Bainer, Mo Salah's on the back post. We'll try and find him. Heads it down. He's not going to get there. They're going to boot it away. We've got maybe one more chance. That head was poor and it's actually put us under pressure. And we've lost the game then to start the episode off. Not great. It's the first loss of the season. A narrow 1-0 victory for Villarreal, who deserved it. And to be fair, I think so far at home we've not been great. We drew the game against Elche. I think it was Elche. We drew the game, and that was a home game. And now we've lost at home to Villarreal just by that narrow 1-0, but still, we weren't great. And now we've got to go and play a tougher opponent in Liverpool next in the Champions League. So hopefully we can bounce back straight away, but we need to play a lot better than that if we want to beat Liverpool. Okay, we've had a little bit of good news here, I think you'd say. The board has offered 100% carryover for any remaining budget into next season. So any budget that we have left at the moment, we could hold on to, and then we will have it at the start of next season. Now, best case scenario is that we leave Atletico next season because we've won everything we can possibly win. Don't know if that's going to happen though. At least we have this option, or if we do end up staying, I mean, it might be out of my hands as well, of course, in this save. Anything can happen. We could get sacked, you know, that can happen. It has happened already in this save. But yeah, that is some good news, at least for once. I think it's been a while since I've had any good news from these unexpected events, so I'm happy with that. I'll have a quick look actually now what our budget is at the minute, because I think we still got quite a lot of money left. We still got 133 million, so to take that into next season, that could be huge. I probably will spend some of it in January, but yeah, that's a good amount of money that we could potentially carry over. But anyway, that's for the future. We are in the now, and now we come up against Liverpool in the Champions League. And hopefully we can bounce back after the disappointing result against Villarreal. First Champions League game of the season then against Liverpool. Not an easy side to beat whatsoever. They have quality players, and this is their lineup then. They got Alisson in goal. Szoboszlai playing at right back with Konate, Van Dijk and Milos Kerkez as the rest of the back four. They got Alexis McAllister and Curtis Jones as the two defensive midfielders. They haven't replaced Gravenberch, who has gone to Arsenal, I believe, so they haven't really got many options in that central hand midfield position. The reason Frimpong isn't playing right back is because they haven't really replaced Salah since we signed him either. So Frimpong is playing in that role, which means Szoboszlai, of course, has slotted into that right back position. A player they have definitely signed and improved on is the left hand, so Rafinha. They've even got Cody Gakpo on the bench as a backup, which is mental. Florian Wirtz and is a cam, 91 overall, fantastic player in game, fantastic player in real life, just not really had the best starts in real life for Liverpool so far, and also hasn't had the best of starts, but a really good player in game and always scores against me, always. That's Alexander Isak, and I wouldn't be surprised if he scored again today, because he is just a player that just every time I face him, he's always getting a goal, which is very frustrating, but hopefully we can keep him quiet today. This is our lineup then. We've had to make a couple of changes for fitness reasons. Nkapie comes back in centre-back and alongside Hanko, and then we've had to bring De Paul in over Cobb Miners, who's a little bit too tired to start this game, and then Raspadori is starting on the left as well because Bainer is a bit tired as well. But Mo Salah coming up against his old side, can he make an impact? He should have got a goal just now against Villarreal to nick a point, but hopefully he can make his point in this game and we can start off this Champions League campaign with a victory. Jones, Frimpong, Isak. Some huge start from Liverpool, and we've gone 1-0 down in the first 6 minutes, and it's those two that I mentioned at the beginning of the game. Florian Wirtz gets the goal and Alexander Isak gets the assist. This kick-off thing is really starting to get on my nerves, and this game has started off getting on my nerves as well because there was nothing I could do about that. I actually tried to take him out because I was like, oh, flipping heck, he's through. So we go 1-0 down to Liverpool, so we've got to come from behind if we want to get a win here. Ball across into DePaul, takes a strike and into Alisson's hands. First chance of the second half, then big strike from DePaul. We made one change at half time. We brought off Mo Salah because he was a little bit too tight and didn't really offer much in the first half anyway. So he hasn't had the greatest of starts in his time here at Atletico so far, but it's still early days. But what matters most of the minute is that we're still 1-0 down, so come on, let's get... We can create something here. We've created 1 or 2 chances, we just need to be a little bit better. But there's definitely a goal here for us. Frimpong, Isak, Szoboszlai. Oh my god, headed there. And lucky enough to go straight across goal. I'm not sure who headed it. I think it was Rafinha in the end. Liverpool making a change. The Marquinhos is actually coming on for Szoboszlai, which is an interesting one. But it was a corner. It must have got a deflection then. So they do have a corner. Ball comes in. It's an interesting header from Raspadori straight to Jones. Lays it back into, good tackle. And can we do something on the break then? It is still 1-0 here. It's Cucurella who actually was the reason they ended up getting a goal. And it's a really nice pass into Alvarez, who's got around his man, lays it into Simeone. It's got to be 1-0, and is on the break. We get the goal back. Get in there. What a finish it was from Simeone, who came on for Mo Salah, showing that maybe signing Mo Salah wasn't what I needed to do. It was to keep him in the side because he's got a goal yet again, and we have got a goal back with about 17 minutes to go or something like that. We are definitely a team that play on the break, and we play well on the break, and we've shown that with a very nice goal there. It was a really nice bit of play. It was the ball from Cucurella, who I mentioned was actually the reason Liverpool ended up getting their goal, but this time the ball into the midfield was a fantastic one. Arne Slot not happy, I'm happy. Let's get another one. Gallagher, nice flick into Simeone. There's nobody really in the box though. Alvarez is there now. Julian Alvarez is a big save from Alisson. But what I'm enjoying in the minute since we scored, it's been all us. We are really pushing, we've got our tails up. We should be getting a goal here and maybe, hopefully, to get the win. Cobb Miners, Alex Bainer. It's good to have him Konate in the end. Isak, Wirtz. It's a really nice ball to Rafinha, who takes the first time strike. He probably had room to run with that and probably should have done better. The first time strike wasn't the option, and in the end Oblak with a good save. They do have a corner from it though, and we are heading into the last few minutes of the game. That should be Gallagher's, and it is, but we scored from a corner last time. Are we going to have time to score this time? Or is the ref going to blow his whistle? Bastard blew his whistle. I think we had an opportunity then. Absolute knob. But anyway, in the end, overall, considering we went 1-0 down the first 6 minutes, I was fearing that we might get battered here. But we didn't. We held on. We played very well, to be fair, especially in the second half. I thought we were the better side. And in the end, we got a draw to start off the Champions League campaign, which it's a draw against a team that we should be probably losing to be fair. They have a really good team. Don't get me wrong. We're home, and we've got a good team as well. But like I said, overall, I'll take a point to start off the Champions League campaign against Liverpool. And hopefully we can bounce back. We can continue and bounce back into the next Champions League game in the next episode with a victory against our former side Juventus. But that's for the next episode. Coming up next then is a game against Celta Vigo in the league. We need to get a victory there. That's the team we should be beating. So let's get 3 points, please. Okay, then we need 3 points here against Celta Vigo in the league. Otherwise, it's starting to turn into a bit of a poor start to the league season. So Vasilij in goal for them. Starfelt, Nunes and Alonso as the back three. Ryerson, Beltran, Mariba and Cambiasso now their new signing on the left-hand side, with Iago Aspas, Alvaro Morata now there as well, and then Carrera as the left-hand side. So they're playing a 3-4-3 formation. Our team then is pretty much our starting lineup. Hincapié is back. Well, he's starting again, this time to replace Hanko, who was a bit too tired to start this game. But other than that, we are as we were. Mo Salah starting again. Needs to do a bit better here because Simeone is sitting on the bench waiting. He came on against Liverpool and had a really good game. So maybe we'll be a bit disappointed not to have started, but when you got Mo Salah in the lineup, he kind of has to start, and I'm hoping he can show exactly why he has to start in this game. So like I said, we need to win this game. So again, not going to be easy. No game in this league is easy. Every team, especially in career mode, are good. So we need to try and we have to play our best. But we've been good away so far this season. Although speaking of, here they come straight away with a crazy start, and Celta Vigo take the lead within the first 2 minutes. Cambiasso plays the ball across to Alvaro Morata, and Celta Vigo are 1-0 up already. So as I'm saying, that it's very important that we need to win, and no team is easy to play. Celta Vigo show exactly why they're not easy to play, and actually get the first goal of the game. So very, very poor start from us, and we've got to come from behind yet again, which seems to be happening a lot so far this season. Gallagher. Salah's Kairo's run, we get the ball across to him. Ball in. Alvarez. Oh, it's a huge save. It should have been 1-1. It's a good save. I won't take it away from the goalkeeper, but Alvarez has got to be putting that in. There's a huge chance to get an equaliser in the first 10 minutes. We still got a corner. Can we get it here? Oh, we've hit the bar. Is it going to be one of those games? I hope not. Hulman. Mo Salah. Strike. Oh, he's put it wide. We've had 3 big chances to get a goal back, and we've missed all of them. Got to be more clinical. Gallagher, nice ball into Alvarez. Here we come. He's got to score this one. Julian Alvarez, and does. Like I said, we play our best football in the break. And we showed exactly why that is, because we are just fantastic. As soon as we get the ball back from Oblak to Alvarez within about 15 seconds, maybe even less than that, and we get a goal, and we're back in the game. Come on. Hulman. Gallagher. Llorente. Ball into Mo Salah. He's got some space here. Mohamed Salah for his first goal for the club. And he does get his first goal for the club. Mohamed Salah makes it 2-1. And we have turned the game on its head, and Salah gets his first goal, showing exactly why he does need to start. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, or beginning of the game, sorry, he needs to start showing why he needs to start. And that is why he needs to start, because once he got through, it was a nice finish. You can't leave Mohamed Salah that much time, because as soon as he cuts in onto his left foot, there's only one outcome, and that is the outcome that we hope for. 2-1 then. Let's go. Rice, and then the balls fell to him kindly. Morata back to Rice, and hells it up. Nice pass into Aspas. Iago Aspas lays it on Morata, and it's 2-1. You got to say, it's really nice football from Celta Vigo, and Morata's got his brace. We've been pegged back again then on the hour mark. So it's 2-2, so we've got to come back at them and get the goal to get us in front again, please. Cobb Miners, Alvarez, Alex Bainer. Alvarez is through again, 1-on-1. Got to be a goal, and what a finish that is. Into the top corner, we get back in front. 3-2 here then. But this game could go for anywhere. This is going to be a high scoring game. It already is. 5 goals in the game already. Mo Salah has come off. Simeone's come on. That's the only change we've made so far, but we're back in front. So let's hold on to it this time, please. We're making changes here then. There's only 30 seconds to go, and hopefully we've done enough now. There's going to be a throw in. The ref should blow his whistle. There he does, and we do pick up a victory then. Not an easy game whatsoever, but I'm just glad that we got the 3 points in the end. We battled hard, and we got through it. We got pegged back. Obviously, we went 1-0 down. We turned it on its head, made it 2-1. They made it 2-2, and then not long after, we got the third and final goal of the game, which meant that we've picked up 3 points, and we go into the next and final game of the episode, which is a sim game against Leganés next. So hopefully we can go and win that, and then end the episode on a positive. Okay, then final game of the episode, which is a sim game against Leganés. We are going with this lineup then. Simeone coming in over Salah because he's asked to play, and thought I'd just give Salah a bit of a rest here because I still think we should be winning. Other than that, our lineup is pretty much as it was. Hanko's come in as well because, again, fitness for Nomand was a little bit tired, and Hincapié just seems to be playing every game at the minute because his fitness is fantastic. So let's jump into it. We're going to do a interactive sim then, and like I said, as usual, if anything happens, I shall show you. Oh, nice bit of play from us again. Ball across, here we come. Alvarez, and it's 1-0. We deserved it. We've been the better team so far in the first 25 minutes. We've had a few shots at goal, and eventually in the 25th minute, we've actually made it 1-0 finally. And it's, of course, Julian Alvarez. 6-6 for him now. Absolutely fantastic. And hopefully we can continue and get a few more goals in this game, because we should be picking up 3 points here. Last 10 minutes here then, still 1-0. I'm a bit nervy. It's a bit nervy because they keep coming forward at the minute. We got the ball here though. Can we do something? No, we can't. They get the ball away again. So like I said, we should be doing a lot better. We should have at least got a second goal in this game. Hopefully we can still get that here just to make sure of it. We should probably have done it now though as we head into the last minute. I think we have. Can we get a second just to finish it off? No, we can't. A 1-0 victory then, you know, we should have done a bit better, but at the end of the day, 3 points is what matters, and we've picked up another 3 points, which has actually topped off a pretty decent episode. Of course, disappointment to lose the first game against Villarreal, but then we got a draw in the Champions League against Liverpool, and then we've got 2 victories back to back. So let's go check on the table before we look at what's coming up in the next episode. Okay, and this is how the table is looking, and we are back up into 3rd. We did drop down to 5th after that defeat to Villarreal, but with 2 back-to-back victories after that, we have clawed ourselves back into the top 4. We're only 3 points now behind Betis and Real Madrid, who are the 2 front runners after 6 games, but it's still so close up there. It could go anyway. It's still plenty of time. Of course, we're only 6 games in. Barcelona have actually haven't lost a game yet either. It's just they've drawn 3 and won 3, so they are still a dangerous team. They are still only 1 point behind us as well. So, like I said, it can go any way from your early days, but an overall decent episode considering we lost the first game. Okay, then the next episode is a bit of a big one. We've got 4 games and we're going to play all of them. We're going to start off with a game against Getafe in the league. We then have our next Champions League game against our former side Juventus, so hopefully we can get a bit of revenge for them sacking me and beat them in that one. Then we got a big one, the Madrid derby at the Bernabeu. It's coming up in the next episode. Then hopefully we can get a win there, and then we finish off with another big game considering how high in the table they are at the moment. They are above us as well, and that is Real Betis. So 4 games in the next episode, playing them all. And if you can see already in the episode after that, we have another big game with Barcelona coming up as well. So, but anyway, that's for the episode after. The next one is what's important, and hopefully we can go into that episode after in a good position after these 4 games. But as for this episode then, guys, that is where we shall wrap it up. If you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from this series and my channel. And of course, there is a link to my Twitch in the description down below, because I do live stream all my content over there. So come and join me live as I make these. But like I mentioned, overall decent episode considering we lost the first game of it. I'm quite happy with how it finished off with 2 back-to-back victories to end it, and obviously picking up a point in the Champions League can only be a good start if we bounce back and get a win against Juventus in the next episode, and hopefully we can go and do that. But like I said, the big Madrid derby is also coming up in the next episode, so hopefully I shall see you there. But happy clonks then, guys, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care.